Numbers are incredibly important. So in this video I'm talking about numerology, and I'm sort of reviewing something as well. I'm going to review a free numerology report, so I'm not selling anything, okay, this is completely free. It's a numerology report from numerologist.com, and I will share the link to the free report in the description. So if you want to click that in the description, that is down below. You can get a completely free report about your numerology. But before you do that, and before you go and get into that and do your free report and all of that stuff, let's just explain a little bit about numbers and how they work and why you would care about your numerology and your numbers. So what do we mean when we say numerology? Well, numbers are everywhere. They're associated with everything and they're linked to everything we do. They're sort of like a fingerprint. Now, without getting too in depth on, intelligent design and there being a creator who designed and created this entire world, numbers are basically in and around everything we do. Almost every ancient civilization knew that numbers were incredibly important, and especially the Egyptians, they would really use numbers to a large degree. They would study the stars, they would relate numerology to these things, they would study star signs and astrology, and they would bring all of this together to form a really accurate perspective and an idea of how the world works, what is going to happen, and how the past can determine the future to a large degree based on the numbers. Now, this kind of ties into astral projection in a few ways. It ties into astral projection like this, okay? In this world, in this reality, this is what we call the holographic reality. And through astral projection, you are able to access other dimensions and other realities. So the idea behind numerology is that time is only linear in our physical world here. In other dimensions and in other worlds, time is non-linear, meaning we don't have to travel in a straight line through time from point A to point B. We can actually travel, backwards, forwards, sideways, whatever, through time, or what we know as time. Now, what this means for us on Earth is that because time is linear, as things were planned out, and as you look from a non-linear perspective at time, you can see how numbers are connected and interrelated to different things. Even when in this reality, if linear time is all there was, that thing wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense with linear time how one number can keep popping up again and again throughout your history, present, and also in the future, and how you can use numerology to predict things that haven't actually happened yet. So one of the basics of numerology is the idea that through understanding the numbers associated with your life, with how you were born, the times you were born, your birth date, and all of these other things they use to accurately work out your numbers, basically, your numerology score. Through knowing those things, you are able to predict and see things about your future and also about yourself now that you shouldn't be able to do in reality, in physical reality. But it works because you're accessing like a fingerprint from other dimensions, a fingerprint from non-linear time in this reality. I know it sounds crazy, it sounds incredibly difficult to understand, I get that, but let's not beat around the bush, okay? It really does work. And if you access the free report in the description, you will see just by entering your details, your date of birth, I think, your time of birth, your things like that, your full name, it will accurately give you a perspective and a description of how you are as a person right now, just based on those things. And the accuracy is unbelievable. It really is impressive. You can also use this accurate report to predict things that haven't actually happened yet, things in the future. You're thinking, how does that work? Well, I'll tell you how that works in a second. But firstly, how accurate is this stuff? Well, there are various numerology reports online. I've tried a few of them. I've tried quite a few of them. And I have to say this one in particular, I'm specifically reviewing what is known as Mike's Numerology Reports, numerologist.com. But again, the link is in the description to where you can actually get the free reports because there are various different services, various products and various different packages you can get at any point. I'm talking specifically about the free report that you can get, which is about how your numbers, how your numerology, how your date of birth, time of birth, full name, the characters in your name, how they all connect together to basically form a story and a bigger picture of how your life is going to be in the future and how it is now in the present. Now, when you actually do this report, which I would highly encourage you to do because it's free, you will get a load of information like different facts and ideas and information about your life, your personality, your mission, as well as your future. Incredibly important to know this stuff. You will also get things like your urge number, your soul number. You'll find out if your numerology code, so to speak, is a master number or not. Very important. My master number is 11. So I actually have a master number. Not many people do, it's quite rare. So important to know, good to know, because that will allow you to see whether you have any psychic or spiritual gifts that could be unlocked later. It will allow you to determine what your purpose might be, your communication style. Everything like this is all linked to your numerology score. However, your numerology is Well, there are different levels to this. Okay, so let me just start at the very beginning. Your date of birth, time of birth, and your alphanumeric name, your full name, are the important three things which will form the foundation of your numerology, and from that you'll be able to get things like your life path number and your urge number and your soul number, okay? They are important for realizing a few things. If you want to go one step above that, then you can actually get a full detailed guide, which I actually did. I purchased this, I think it was like 6 months ago, 10 months ago. Very detailed, incredibly accurate and detailed guide on the next levels up, which involves other things like you can input more data and information and get more accurate results, and they give you like a really detailed look at your star sign, how it all relates to everything, and what you can do with it, basically. Well, how you can use that information to actually live a better life and transform your potential. Now, when you first do the numerology report, like I said, the free one, linked in my description here, the first thing you're going to notice is it's incredibly accurate. And if you've never done numerology reports before, if you've never done things like this, you're going to be kind of freaked out a bit. Now, I would encourage you to just stick with the video. So what's going to happen is you're going to enter your information. It's going to take a while, but it's going to take maybe a few minutes to up to an hour, roughly. They will then send you a video about your specific details, and it will give you like a foundation of your life path number, your personality type, and how they're able to know that information. The video will have your name, it will be incredibly personal and accurate. You might freak out, okay? I freaked out when I first saw this, and I was just thinking, how on earth? Like, I kind of thought there was something else going on. I thought maybe it was like a joke that one of my friends had sent me, because they seemed to know things about me that only I knew. Really, really impressive stuff. Very unique. So there is something in this. It's not just a general thing, like, for example, a fortune cookie where you can kind of apply it to everyone. This is really specific and unique insights into just your life that it seems too accurate to be random or a guess. And especially, oh man, if you get the detailed report, which is a level above this, I think it's only about, I can't remember how much, I think it was about $30 or so. Well worth the investment, because you get such a detailed report on your life path numbers, on everything. The accuracy is unbelievable. But you know what, for a long time I've known about the importance of numbers, and I've always seen numbers throughout my life. They've been like a guiding force for me, and I now know that they're actually signs and messages from my higher self and from other beings from other dimensions, which are then giving me those messages in this reality, so that I can sort of know that I'm on the right path, on the right track, and I'm following my purpose. One of the most common numbers I always see is either 11 or 43, and this has happened for my entire life basically, and I learned more about that 11 for a start is my number. I am a master number, so that explains why I constantly saw 11, and 43 is also explained, but I don't want to go too much into detail, because like I said, it's a very personal thing. It's a very unique, specific thing just for you, so I don't want to give too much away about my personal numerology. But I have to say the report is pretty good, and come on, it's free to try. If you do want the upgraded one, then it's $30, and then there are different levels above that depending on how detailed you want to get a report on your numerology. But you can get the free report within a few minutes. Literally just go to the link in the description, which is down below, and you can get your free video. So go and check it out, and I really highly encourage you to take more notice and be more aware of the numbers in your life. If you keep seeing numbers, whether it's like you keep checking the phone and it's always a certain time, or you keep seeing numbers randomly, it's not random. Write the numbers down, pay attention to when you see them, and to pay attention to what you're doing or what you're thinking when you see that number. It's more than likely the universe or your higher self giving you a sign.